Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are rolling back into Ketchum, Idaho. Got to pick up our load today. We're going up to that little town way north in Idaho. I have a hard time pronouncing. I'm not going to, Coeur, Day or Lou, or what yeah, that place. That's where we're going. This will be an external contract. So, yeah, speed limit will be capped at 65 again, like always. Is this where I need to be going? Can I get to where I need to be going? I hope so. It's over there. And no, I cannot get to where I'm going. Alright, I'll circle around. I saw the blinking light, I saw the road, I'm like, yeah, go up the road. Nope. Can't really get there from here, apparently. Alright, let's circle back around. So yeah, I may be pushing my hours a little bit today. The trip says about 9 hours, but of course it took me an hour to get up here. So yeah, it could be a little tight on the hours. But we got done really early last episode, like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it kind of evens out from here and there. And that is what we're bringing. I think this is part of the Volvo DLC. I think. Since it's a Volvo wheel loader, let's just assume it is. I feel real rusty today, so it's going to be a fun drive, I think. Ooh, damage. I thought I was locking in. Let's see. What button is it to lower my axle again? I think it... Oh, no. Never mind. It lined up. Okay. Don't argue. It lined up. Let's see. How much does this weigh? Oh, wow. 78,000. All right. So... £78,000. Our truck can handle it. Yes, we are still rocking the Christmas paint job because where I slept last night was not... There was no repair shop, not even a fuel station, nothing like that. So maybe at the end of today's episode, if we happen to be parked next to a garage somewhere, we'll have to change the paint scheme out. Or maybe I'll wait another week and see if I can come up with something. Didn't have no time to do a paint job this week. So I thought I was just going to throw on just a regular paint job. I don't know if you put like another paint job that you originally had on the truck, if you get charged to repaint it again. Usually I don't think I've ever taken a truck that had a paint job on and change it out for something and then put the paint job back on if I get charged for it. I'm going to guess in ATS I probably do. Stop signs are just suggested around here when you're hauling a big load, so. Alright, but as we get going here, there's something I want to do because they want me to drive all the way up to there. I would like to go over to Lewiston, but that means... Whew. If I were to say drive this way, the overall trip chart... Wow, why would you guys have me go this way and then circle all the way around this way? Why wouldn't you have me go... Is there no way to get there? Why did they have me, like, circling way up here and be like, yeah, we don't want you going here. We're going to have you circle all the way back around. Why would they do that? All right, if I do that... All right, so that doesn't add that much to my trip time, actually. So trip time is 10 hours, 8 minutes. If I were to get rid of that. 9 hours, 39 minutes. And I want to go through Lewiston. So let's try going that way. Yeah, it only adds about a half an hour. So I might be driving a little bit longer, like I said today, but we'll see here. And I'll be able to knock off 2 towns in Idaho that I have not been to. I think. We've driven through Lewiston once, but we drove on the outskirts of Lewiston, so it didn't count, apparently. Oh, come on, turn green before I get there. That'd be really nice. Nope, you're going to make me come to a complete stop and then go. Just in case I forget to take a screenshot, at least I'll have one. I will say this, in last week's episode, that's when my headset malfunctioned, and my new headset has arrived for a couple days now. And it's amazing, by getting a new headset, I got a different brand headset, nothing wrong with the other brand, but just getting a new headset, the games sound completely different than what they used to for me. No, I'm not going to turn there, I'm not going to really come to a full stop. I'm going to scooch on through that stop sign. Sometimes the games will have you make like left turn, right turn, when I just want to make one turn completely. Yeah, but the games sound completely different. The first couple of games I did with the headset on, like, is this the way the game's supposed to sound? Was my other headset, you know, that headset I had is like 7 years old, so was there something wrong from that headset, you know, a while back and didn't know it? Is this the way the games are supposed to sound? Is this headset that much better? But then again, like I said, the other headset was 7 years old. So a lot of new technology in headsets for sure. So if my videos sound different, it's because obviously when I edit the videos, it sounds different to me as well. We didn't make much money overnight from our drivers. So just remember that. As I see, Niles B has brought in some cash. I went from like 65,000 up to like, well, wherever we were when we started. So not a whole bunch of cash came in, but it seems like all of our drivers are in the same cycle, where one day we can make like 20, 25,000. Yeah, the Jake brake still sounds kind of on the weak side to me. I know someone asked if I had the same sound settings as my other profile, and the answer, I believe, is yes. I mean, personally, as for the Jake brake, I don't... To me, it doesn't matter too much because I never really use it. Actually, I never use it, but some people have wanted to hear the Jake brake, engine brake, whatever you call it where you're from. I didn't even see how much I was getting paid for this. I was just looking for loads going a certain direction. Actually, I'm right where I started this morning. Right to our left, that is the rest area that we spent the night. Let's see, I'm getting paid about $2,200 for this trip. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it wasn't another Christmas delivery. Not that I mind, but just hauling something different is nice. And the Christmas delivery should be ending on the 15th of January. So you got about another week to get those done if you're doing so. Alright, so GPS is giving us ETA of arriving just before 6 o'clock. So that's not too bad. I don't know if we'll be able to make up any time or not. Kind of hard to when you're limited to 65 miles an hour. But even though this trip is longer, looking at the roads I was going to take going the other direction that GPS had me going, it looked like there were a lot of windy roads, so it could have been, a lot slower on the road. And then you get behind a trucker like this, for some reason all of a sudden I'm not really sure I know what he's doing. I'm not sure they know what they're doing. Maybe that driver thinks the roads are really icy. Slow drivers don't bother me too much. It's when they speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. They keep a consistent speed. I'm alright with that. It's when they slow down and you're like, well, why are you slowing down at this particular part of the road? It's not as bad as it looks, or, I'm not quite sure. One thing I just thought of is there a setting on the engine brake to where there's like a low, medium, and high setting? Maybe that's why it sounds different from one profile to the other. I'm not too sure on that. Something I'll have a look at. For 78,000 pounds, this truck is hauling it, well, I don't want to say with ease, but, well, I should say with ease. With 78,000 pounds, it's treating it like it's just a regular load. Let's see, we heard it more pronounced there, but then again, are you going? Of course you're going on the interstate. Take your time. laughing because some of these AI drivers, I don't know how they program them and how they make them all different, but some truckers would zip on that, come up this ramp, and be gone. And this driver here, I don't know, maybe his load is as heavy as ours is, or maybe he has a lot smaller engine. Could be a lot of things. I thought about turning off the snow mod, but it's like, you know what, we're still in January. Keep it on for a little bit longer. Alright, there's 65 miles an hour, so we are peaked out. So let me go ahead and just toss on the good old cruise control. Alright, so when we get up there, and yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce that, Coeur d'Alene. We're bringing it to Lennar. Not quite familiar with that company's name on here. I should be all set on fuel, even though I didn't fuel up last night. We only got 370 miles to go. It looks like I got about a half a tank left. Then, of course, as we level up a few more times, we're going to save more and more fuel. It looks like we're getting off the interstate up here somewhere, so let's get to the right-hand lane. Not sure what's going on here, but looks like a small... I'm not sure what that is. I mean, it looks like a TV TV van or something like that. It wasn't an accident or anything like that that was going to stop me coming up the ramp. Are we anywhere near Lewiston yet? No, we're in Boise. All right, so now we're currently in Boise. Well, we got a long ways to go before we get up to Lewiston. This hopefully when we go through Lewiston, it ticks it off this time. If it doesn't, next trip when we come back down through, we'll have to like maybe drive through town. That's just a loan payment. Don't worry. It's all good. Don't worry. At first I was like, oh no, what was that? And I'm looking down like, oh, it's already 11 o'clock. I was like, that dump truck just turned into a car. Must be the dump truck turned off and the car was behind him. probably when I stop in and get the paint change on this truck, I'll repair it as well. It's mostly tire wear. Yeah, so 6 o'clock right now, they have us arriving, which is fine. I don't want to get real late. Well, I'll say it again because I kind of forgot I had a 1 hour drive to get to where I was picking up the load. If they could just add that somehow when taking a load, they can say, hey, you're 1 hour out from this location to pick up a load, so you may want to throw that into your equation. I kind of forgot I was in the middle of nowhere. You're gonna have me pull into the way station. That's a different tone for having me pull into a way station. Just 124,000 pounds, nothing to see here. Oh, now I'm going to get stuck behind a truck. And another truck. And sure, just have the whole city of Boise coming up behind us. Yeah, it's okay. Just, no. I don't mind if there's traffic in front of us. Let's just not have one of those drivers like we had earlier this morning that was, going at a decent speed and slowed down for, I don't want to say no reason, but it seemed like it was no reason. I will say though, this snow mod definitely does add some beautiful scenery when you come up through here. Let me know what you guys think though, because he does, I always say he, they do have the spring, summer, and fall mod. Would you rather just have me run the season that we're in until the next season arrives? So like, run the winter mod all the way through until March 21st when spring on the calendar arrives, and then we'll go to the spring mod, and then to the summer mod, then to the fall mod. Could do that. I think this gear would be better for what we're doing. I think I want to take a thumbnail right through here. It looks like a good spot. I think that's a better thumbnail than I had earlier this morning, just because it was kind of dark when I took the first one. Could have brightened it up in Photoshop, but it's gonna be a better picture, I think, with the river behind it. Over the bridge. That probably would have been a better shot. I can't keep pausing and taking pictures, so we'll roll with what I have. So this will be a load wherever we get. It should be just one of those pull-in straight deliveries, nothing to back into. If I do have to back it in, which I'm 99.999% sure I won't have to, but if it ever came to where I have to back this in, that'll be one of those, yeah, can we just park it with no XP, thank you. Articulated trailers are not my favorite thing to try to back up. Farming simulator or American Truck Simulator or any simulator, no thanks. If it's off camera and I had time to do it, I would do it. It'll probably take me a while, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. Yep, stopping at that way station. Not to say if I didn't get stopped at the way station, I continued up the road. I could have caught up to another pack of vehicles that, you know, went kind of slow through here. Now everyone's turning off there. What's down that road that's so special? Am I turning, or am I going around the corner? That's the one thing without having the boundaries on. Sometimes it's hard to tell. We're looking at the GPS, like, was I supposed to turn on that street? Nope. Still only 25 miles an hour, okay. The water is kind of frozen with all the boats in it, so that's... Is it frozen? I can't tell. It looks like it's frozen, but I don't think it is. That guy was a little bit on my side. Like I said, stop is only a suggestion, so we're going to roll it. Uh-oh, trailer damage. I went over that corner. It's a little bit too tight. And that was only because I was trying to leave that car a little bit of room when I came around the corner. I was either hit the car or just go over the curb. I didn't really see anything on the curb. I didn't think it was going to be a problem, so... Luckily it just said trailer damage. It didn't say cargo damage. Actually, since they switched that up years ago, I'm trying to think if I've ever damaged cargo. Because the trailer protects the cargo pretty well. Now, of course, if you're hauling trucks like Kenny's, like we did a little while ago, there is no technically a trailer. The cargo is the trailer in a sense. So, taking a corner like that and damaging the trailer is the cargo. I don't tend to damage cargo at all. Just taking it kind of easy on the corners here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but when I do take the corners, you can kind of see the... When I come out of the corner and straighten up, you can kind of see the truck is rocking a bit. That's from the trailer shifting its weight back there. I do believe I got my trailer setting for stability somewhere close to the middle-ish. I remember just setting up when I did the profile. I usually just put it right in the middle. I think when I was testing a few things out, one time I put it all the way to truck stability, or trailer stability, way towards one side, and I flipped it over in like half a second. It's like, yeah, won't be doing that again. That's way too unstable for me. It's like, yep, I think I'm used to always running it in the center. So it's probably best if I just... I'm trying to pick a gear here. Always best to maybe, once you start running a setting, get used to it, to maybe stick to that setting and gradually increase it or decrease it one way or another. And now we're not going to be arriving until 7 o'clock. External contracts always seem to get me on the time. When I accepted the job, it said like a 9-hour, 20-minute ride or whatever it was, or what was it, 9:30? Something like that. And I always keep getting pushed further and further back. It's okay. I'm fine with it. It's gonna be a little dark when we deliver it. Definitely don't want to push it past 8 o'clock because I'll pass out from sleep. And I thought this road here that we're taking was a lot straighter than the other road. And I was fine with it adding an extra 45 minutes to the drive when we came up this way. And she's rocking a little bit, but not that bad. It's only 35 through here. Yeah, not many drivers bringing in any loads today, it seems like. And then tomorrow, they'll all complete deliveries. Geez, when I see the scenery like this, when that green bleeds through that snow a little bit, it makes me think of a Shamrock Shake for some reason. Should be fine on fuel. Even though the gauge looks like it's getting down there. It's because we usually don't run the fuel that low, but, you know, it's like 300 miles plus I could go on that much fuel. And we only got 172 to go. Whoa, that tree is really out in the road. Don't see that too often on the base game maps. I've been down this road before, too. I just noticed that GPS showing the side streets are already yellow, so I've been through here. This is the stop sign I probably should come to a full stop at. Looks like a busy road. I may sneak out here if the traffic gets too bad. Well, Lewiston is this way, so we haven't gone through it as of yet. There's a way station up here, which I'm not too thrilled about. Because I got a funny feeling they're going to pull me in. It's been too long since I've been up here, so they may want to see me. Look at that new beeping sound. That is different. Wait, is the way station in the center? If I wasn't in a hurry, you almost know that they wouldn't pull me over. Can I just sneak out here, please? Don't think so. Yep, that car is letting me go. Having to sneak out on your more blind side kind of sucks. Alright, so I'm going right through Lewiston, but it just said entering Lewiston. According to GPS, I've been here before on this road, so I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to mark it off again. So where are we in Lewiston? I mean, the sign said welcome to Lewiston. Yeah, so I probably have to go down through here to get into Lewiston. I actually remember this road right here where it cuts back. Interesting. Been a while since we've been here, but I remember it. Or it just reminds me of someplace else. Yep, hauling 78,000 pounds will do this to you. Especially when you weren't on the interstate to begin with. You were coming up an on-ramp. I think 8th gear is going to do it for us, though. The one thing I don't like, though, our ETA is getting closer and closer to 8 o'clock. I go to bed at 8, whether I'm ready for it or not. So doing 25 or up to 35 miles an hour is not going to help us. Basically, after I get this delivered and find a rest area, hopefully there's one there, I'm going to be sparking the truck up and not even time to have dinner. I'm just going to have to go get in the rack and call it a night. Hey, I think we made it to the top. And now everyone's hitting on their brakes. Let's not all do that, please. Oh, we go down to a single lane again? That is a lot of traffic in front of us, so I know right now the game's trolling me just a bit. I mean, I have plenty of time because I have over 4 hours in real time, not game time, to get the load there. So technically I could pull over the rest here and go to bed, but I have to start recording the next episode to finish the delivery in the next 4 hours, which I don't really have time for doing. That's why we're trying to get it done. Yeah, originally when I was looking for loads this morning, I was looking at regular freight. That way I can exclude the external contracts and try to get it done in one episode. But there was nothing coming up north where we were in Ketchum. It was all going south or what have you. But after this, we're going to try to, I guess, come back down the same way we're going up, which is something I don't usually like doing. But I would like to get Lewiston off my records if I could. And we need to get over to Cody, Wyoming, because that was added with the Montana DLC. And we never went there before. Haven't been there yet. Uh-huh. Oh, come on. Why are we doing this? There was no sharp corner or anything like that. Everyone just like slowed right down to 25. Right on a hill as well. No, that's too much. I can't be the only one that feels that way. That sometimes it seems like the game was out to just troll you with the traffic. Although I do think it's like the best AI traffic that I have played with throughout the years, throughout different games. It does rather well for itself. I didn't play much of Grand Theft Auto. Played a little bit of it to know how that traffic goes there. Well, let's face it, Grand Theft Auto, you're really not obeying traffic laws too much yourself. So it's kind of hard to judge the AI traffic, I think. And it is Grand Theft Auto after all. It's kind of funny, it wasn't that long ago when I said, well, I'll put the engine brake on this control here. That just eliminates my high beams, because I don't use high beams that much because we never drive at dark. And it seems lately, with the snow mod and now me taking loads I probably shouldn't be taking, I'm doing a lot of driving in the dark. Not that I need my high beams on right now, but having the option there would be nice. How many more miles I got? 20 more miles. And I haven't caught back up to the traffic that slowed way down for no reason. Yeah, I know I'm getting tired. I got about an hour left here. Well, at least we discovered this city. I can't get Lewiston, but I can get Coeur d'Alene. I thought I just saw hazard lights, and I didn't get that at all on that side. Okay, yep, I was trying to hug this guardrail a little bit too much. It's the only thing about driving in the dark with a wider load, and you try to swing it wider than you probably need to. Couldn't quite tell there. And now, just look at the traffic in front of us. It's like everywhere. And if I gotta drive through, this city actually seems pretty big for Idaho-ish. Don't know much about this city. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know anything about the city. But it's gonna be a long 10 miles through the city. I got a funny feeling. If I'm bringing this to a construction site at night, it could be kind of an interesting... Oh, I'm going through that. Ah, nuts! Alright, I was hoping to get through that one. I'm in a turning lane only now, which is not where I want to be. It's going all bad now. That's what's happening. I was wondering if they were going to give me a ticket for being in the wrong lane and going straight, but... And you know I'm going to get every red light going through here. Actually, this seems like a nice town to be driving through. Just wish... it was a little bit brighter out so we could see what's going on. Stay green, please. Thank you. Okay, I do see, which is good, right up ahead on the right-hand side, there is a rest area, fuel stop, and repair station. So, probably be staying there tonight. Definitely top off with some diesel. And then next episode, we'll have to go to the repair center, repair the truck. Got a little damage on it. But overall, gotta say goodbye to the Christmas paint scheme. I mean, it's been 2 weeks now for Christmas. It's been passed, so it's time to swap it on out, probably just for a regular old paint job. The cheapest one we can afford. Well, when I say the cheapest one we can afford, the cheapest one is what I'm going to end up doing. Turn green. No? You're going to wait for me to come to a full stop, aren't you? Yep, that's the way it always goes. Don't pull out. Please. Thank you. Turn green, you're not going to. Yeah, so try to head down to Cody, Wyoming next day. At least head that general direction. We don't necessarily have to bring a load to Cody. Just have to go through Cody. This is where the high beams would come in kind of handy. I cannot see a darn thing turning here. Well, we got in here. I wish I could see where the load needs to go so I could set myself up to park this the right way. And I don't know what hotkey it is for high beams. Been so long since I've had to use my keyboard for high beams. Alright, I can see where it needs to go. I just can't see if there's a road wide enough for me. I think we're all good. Alright, my trailer should be squared up enough. Alright, park and brake, engine decouple. It's 8 o'clock, so I need to just, well, turn and burn and get to that rest area. May see my eyes shut a little bit on the way there. It'd be kind of interesting. Alright. Yeah, go ahead and continue. And we're just going to go to the world map here. I'm going to mark it on the GPS because it's dark out. I might get lost. We just need to go there. Alright, let's go ahead and drive and get there. Literally can't tell if there's any cars or vehicles where I'm turning. I think I came in this way. Although it's rather bumpy, so let's not... so this is why I don't do night driving for this series, just because it's nice once in a while to do a night drive maybe, but as for you guys watching for like an hour of me driving like this, you don't get the scenery or anything like that. So tomorrow is going to be kind of like a little bit later start, because when you sleep, you automatically sleep for 10 hours. And a couple of times, I know I tried doing this, and people have mentioned it throughout, is there is a mod out there to where you can sleep like 4, 8, or 12 hours or whatever it is, but that mod is not compatible with the realistic economy mod, so we can't choose to pull over and sleep for just 4 hours or 8 hours. Let's see, I think I want to turn here. That's where I want to go. Well, my eyes aren't shutting or anything like that, so that's a good sign so far. Where is the entryway here? Because I cannot see where it is. Oh, there it is. I see it. Seriously? Avoid sleeping violation. I did not know that was a thing. That's one good cop for him to know that, or him or her to know that. Oh, now the lights are going to come on, huh? Without getting out of his car and knowing if I'm tired. All right, let's get some diesel because we were down there. So it's going to take a few seconds for this to fill up. I was going to say we're over $70,000, but look at the fuel bill. Not anymore, we're not. I drive around still. Boy, you really can't see much. So where am I parking for sleep? Out back here? Yep, right here is good. Yep, there we are to rest. Let me exit on out of that. Alright, so with that being done, yeah, so we are in, just in case you're not quite familiar where we went today, we're almost all the way up in the northern parts of Idaho. And I want to get down to Cody. But I still got to get to Lewiston. I keep taking this route right here, so if I get lucky enough, get a load out of here, that brings me into Lewiston. But I guess it would have to bring me to Cargill or Metal West. I'm not sure what company that is. But basically I got to go down through here. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I really have to get in there. I mean, it's not that far out of the way, but if I were just to go back the way we came, I'd actually have to drive in here, loop back out, and get on out of there. But yeah, we need to head on down over to Cody. That's where I would like to get to next. So if there's nothing going right into Lewiston, I'll probably just forget that and we'll get that another time. And maybe we'll just take I-90 over into Montana and get on down to Cody somehow, one way or the other. But like it always is, you got to wait until you go to find a cargo, and the cargo is going to determine where you go. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, have a good one.